it going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first thing you do is you pick 3 different types of fabric. You have one for the inside, one for the outside, and this is the paper or the grocery bag that's on the inside. Grocery bag being, you know, something like this.
Okay.
Did you stop it?
No.
Oh, okay, keep going. Okay, and so you take your pattern, and there's a top and a bottom, and you take your fabric,
Try to go like this.
take your fabric and iron it. Fold the pattern side on the inside so that you have, it's double layered. You fold it, iron it, and then you take your pattern and you draw around it with like a charcoal or wax or Sharpie or whatever around it, and then put a pin in it like that before you cut it. Cut it out. So imagine there's a line there. Cut it out, and then you have both pieces of the mask drawn, and you just do a whole bunch of those, and then you take those pieces that you just cut out.
Make sure label top and bottom.
Yeah, make sure you label top. I just got a T marked on there. And so say these, I just cut that out. So you're gonna take that over to your sewing machine. You're just gonna do a quick right on the mouth part. It's gonna go around the mouth, just like that, all the way around. So then you have a piece of fabric that is, when you open it, it looks like this.
Looks like a bra cup.
Mm-hmm. So, but the key is that you have different layers, right? So you're gonna have, I'm gonna show you how I put these together. So I've got these 3 different layers. 3 different layers here. 3 different layers. So for me, it's easier to make like 5 or 6 at a time, because then I can just do a bunch of these and then I put them together and I make that. So I'm gonna show you how I put these together. So I'm gonna do one. You take the outside, the one that's gonna be to the outside of your face, facing the public, whatever the fabric is that you chose. Take that T, always keep the T at the top, and you're gonna turn that inside out. If I can just do it, because it sticks together, without turning it up. So I still have the T at the top, okay? Then you're gonna take the one that is gonna touch your face. So that's gonna be like your softest fabric, right? It's gonna touch your face. Yeah. And you're still T at the top, and you just don't turn it inside out. Make the patterns go together like this.
So right side to right side.
Right side to right side. Okay, and then just hold that. Then you take your liner, whatever you've chosen for your liner, T at the top. Don't flip it inside out, and you just put that there. So now you have these 3 pieces like that. And don't worry about smashing them together at the moment. Just take one pin, put that there, take another pin, put that there, so you have like that marked. And then go over here in your hand and just shove it together like that. And then just put one pin in there, because you're gonna have to readjust that. Then you want to go to the sides and line those up. Line those up nice and, you know, as best as you can, depending on how well you cut your fabric. And they will be kind of difficult to line up. And hold them tight. And then see how I have my finger right here? I'm going to put the pin right there at an angle. And I'm going to put another one right there at that angle. Okay, I'm going to go to the other ear, do the same thing over there. Ow. Okay, now you can go back to the nose pieces and the chin piece and straighten it out. So you're going to want to, you just kind of force this fabric to be in line with each other so that when you sew them together, they're all together in one piece. Okay, so you're going to put one on one side of the nose and then come back over here and see how it's all bunched up in there. So you're going to want to just straighten that out. And the best thing is make sure that it all comes roughly to the same point, otherwise when you sew you'll miss them. Now it's okay at this very tip for it to be all bundled up right there. You're just going to sew over it and it doesn't really matter. But just get that line straight so that you actually sew it and not miss it. So it's going to look kind of grumpy, but that's okay.
Grumpy.
Yeah, it's not perfection. So then you want to go back to the other nose because you want this part to be lined up, otherwise you'll make a mistake sewing it. So go from the ear to the other. Well, actually, this is the nose. The other one was the chin. And then go back here, line that up, let that bunch up in the middle, but that's okay. Okay, so now you have inside here, it's all messy, don't care, doesn't matter, because you're going to turn it inside out anyway. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to leave these ears open, but you're going to sew all the way around here, and you're going to sew all the way around here. So I'm going to put that here.
Can you show how far you're going to leave the ends
So
open?
that's one reason why I mark this, is because that's where I guide where I put the foot down, is right there. And then with this, you don't want to go too fast because the three fabrics want to slide around, and I'm pushing down on the fabric to make sure it doesn't slide. Taking out my pins as I turn the corners.
You can go slower if you want.
But you can hold it tight so it doesn't move too much. Thing is that the three fabrics like to move around. And then you just want to go until you reach that pin again. And that's it. So we'll take that out, and then we'll go the other side. So see how that looks?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take that out and put that down. And you want to make sure you give yourself generous space because you're going to turn this thing in out and you're hopefully going to wash it a bunch of times. So there's no reason to go right up on the edge. Just turn around the corner. And I'm just holding it with my fingers so it doesn't slide around. Worst thing is going over a pin with a needle and then you break your needle. So, all right, pull that out. And then you're done with that. Okay, so you can take your pins out. Now you're gonna turn it inside out. And this is where it makes important to make sure you have your layers right. So you want this on the inside. Here's the ones you want on the outside. So you're gonna turn inside this way. Don't go that way. Go this way, because that'll put this on the inside.
You want the right sides.
So this is why you need to give yourself some space in order to do this without ripping anything. You just turn that baby inside out, and it comes pretty well once you get past the front. And it's like a little pouch. Okay. Now I've done it this way. It is reversible if you wanted to.
This side's a lot softer.
But I put this one on the side because it's soft and fuzzy. Like you could put a sheet on the inside. Anyway, so then I take these pieces and I
put a satin sheet inside.
Yeah, it's best to do cotton. And so I folded that in like a little thing, and then I just put a pin in there to hold it because I'm going to sew the ear ties into there, but I just want to hold it so it doesn't come out. And then fold this in same way. Fold that. Now, if you want to be super anal, you can take the iron around this corner and it gives it a little bit of edge. But remember that you've got plastic in there now, so the iron will melt.
Which is why just around the edge.
Why you just want to do it around the edge. Okay, so for those of you who are directionally challenged, it might be good at this point to just write a B or something on the bottom so that when you're getting out of the car, running to the grocery store, you don't put it on upside down.
I do that.
Okay, so then the last step, where's the
Here's
yarn?
some string.
Oh, no, that one. I like it a little bit longer. All right, the last step is to put some ear things. Now, a lot of people are using elastic, but I have a latex allergy, so I don't like elastic, and
we have a lot of yarn.
And we have a lot of yarn. And I've been hearing people say they've been waiting for weeks for elastic. They ordered 3 weeks ago and all this kind of stuff. So I'm here to tell you that I've been using this yarn and it does work just fine. You don't need to have elastic. So I'm cutting them short enough so that they just tie behind your ears like this. But you could make it long enough to go all the way around your head if you wanted to. So shove about an inch in there. Here, show them how we do this. Take about an inch and just shove it in there. Now, if you feel so inclined, you could pin that, or you could just take it straight over, which is what I was doing, looking for ways to save time. And you want to, first you want to sew the whole thing shut. So I took my pin out. To make it go backward at that point there. And then this is the part that can take a little bit of time to put. Now I'm going to put some thread on that little inch of yarn. And I'll get back on a couple, depends on how secure you think you need it. Like if you have a dainty mother or a rough father, you can decide on how much they need. And that is it.
Here's a.
So then you put one on both sides.
Here's the back stitching that she was doing. So
Yes.
It just secures the yarn right in place.
Yeah. And then, so then you can tie it like this. About that much, depending on the size of your head. And just put it like this around your ear. And you could trim it off if you want. And then you should wash it in like a lingerie bag or a pillowcase or something so they don't ruin it. And on low heat or maybe air dry because it has plastic in it. But the plastic is, everyone keeps asking me about this. This is that standard, what I call standard reusable, washable grocery bags that are not fabric, but they're polypropylene. And they're pressed, not woven. They look like there's little dots.
Let me try to do since you got the nano zoom in.
So you can just remember you can't iron this. Don't try to iron it, it'll just melt. So if you have one that's like really wrinkled up, it's probably better that you just go find another one. And that's it.
All right.
That's all you do.